Alright guys, it's time for even more geometry basics with Mr. C. This is DLM lesson 035. And let's start with a review of a past lesson. We need to talk about angles today. So, real quick, an angle is a geometric figure formed by a change in direction of any type of line. So we have here, looks like this is a line that's been bent right here. We know it's a line because it has an arrow on the end, or maybe this is a ray there and a ray there. But this change in direction there forms an angle. So we have here on the red line, we have an angle here, then an angle here, and then an angle here. So 1, 2, 3 angles there. You may remember from last time that we had something called a vertex, and the vertex is the exact point where a line changes direction. So a vertex, we had one here, and vertices is the plural form of that. So vertices, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 vertices. So take that and use that for our next set of lessons here. We talk about triangles, and triangles are shaped with 3 sides, 3 vertices, and 3 angles. And an interesting thing about triangles are that the interior angles will always be exactly 180. Now let's show you that. So example here, we have a triangle here. Hope that shows up on the screen. With 83 degrees here, 56 and 41 degrees. If you add those all up, you'll get exactly 180. We have another triangle here. This has 51 degrees here, 113 degrees there, and then this is 16 degrees here, small angle. If you add those all up, it'll still be 180. So every triangle, the interior angles will always add up to be 180, always. So those are triangles, and we have a triangle here. It's 11 inches on that side, 11 inches and 10 inches there. So those are all triangles. So basically a triangle has a shape that has 3 sides, 3 vertices, and 3 angles. And so now we move on to some names of triangles. We have something called a right triangle, and a right triangle has 1 right angle in it. And you may see them like this. You'll remember this shape where they put a box on the corner to let you know that this is a 90-degree angle. So 1 right angle is 90 degrees. We have one here also, a 90-degree angle there. A little box in the corner to show you. And these numbers again, 40, 46, and 44 will all add up to 180 degrees. And we have another right angle here, and we know it's a right angle because it has a little box here that tells us that's 90 degrees. So right angle triangles are called right triangles. Okay, so moving along. We have another triangle called an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangles have 3 equal sides and 3 equal angles. All of the angles will always be 60 degrees because they're all exactly the same. So we have 180 divided by 3 would be 60. And so if we have something like this triangle here, that's 60 and 60 and 60, that'll all add up to be 180. So all 3 sides are exactly the same length, same angles. Let's show you in this one a little bit bigger to see here. It has 3 inches this way, 3 inches this way, and 3 inches that way. And all of the angles are 60. And of course, if you add that and that and that, you'll have 180. So those are called equilateral triangles. It kind of sounds like the word equal. So equal sides, equal triangles, equal-sided triangles. Okay, so we have 2 more triangles to talk about today, and then we'll be finished. So isosceles triangles have two equal sides and then one side is different. Isosceles, and I tell my kids to remember that because this is the word that's kind of weird. And it has these letters right in the middle, SOS. So one side that's the same, another side that's the same, another one that's not the same. So SOS, think of that when you see that word. Two sides are the same and then one side is different. So we have triangles that maybe look like this. This is 3 1/4 inch long, 3 1/4 inches long there, and then 6 inches along there. But the same rule, which is you have 24, 24, and 132, that will still add up to 180. So inside triangles will always be 180. It may look like this, where two sides are the same length and one side is shorter. You may even have a right triangle like this, where it's 8, 8, and 11, with a right triangle there. But these two sides are still the same, so that makes it an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle. Okay, so last one we're going to do today is the scalene triangle. And scalene triangles have no equal sides. These are the odd triangles that have no sides the same. They may look like this. They may even look like a right triangle, because you can see on this right triangle, it does have a right angle in it, but it's 5 inches or 5 centimeters there, 12, and then 13. So the lengths of each of the sides are always different. So we have a long side here, a medium side here, and a short side there. And this one, even though it looks like a right triangle, we can see it's not. It's 91 degrees there, so it's a little bit bigger. 25 and 64 will still make 180. So, to review, we have the scalene triangle, which is no equal sides. Isosceles triangle with two equal sides. Now I want you to notice that I have some little lines where the sides are the same. You may see little lines like this and this, or this. And that is a way that they've shown in geometry that these two sides are the same length. Whenever you see these little lines right in the middle of shapes, that means they're the same length. So go ahead and try to notice those as we go through the review. You can see them here. That means this line here, this line here, and this line here. These sides are the same, and they tell you that with those little marks that go through them. So we had that there. We had those lines here for equilateral triangles. You can see that they're all the same. They have a little line in the middle. It means they're all the same. And then on this right triangle here, we can see that these two sides are the same because they have the little line there. Line there, line there. It means this side is equal to that side. And that was a right triangle. And then you'll remember that the focus of the lesson today was triangles. They're a three-sided shape with 3 vertices, 3 angles, and the inside will always add up to 180. So you will have a short review lesson to do on Google Classroom, and thank you for learning with Mr. C.